Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rachel-Yvonne Radio. My name is Rachel-Yvonne, and on this show, we talk about all things that help you become the most divine, feminine version of yourself. So stay tuned and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hey everyone, hope everybody's doing well. Hi everybody, hi Instagram, hi Facebook and YouTube. It's so good to be live with you all today. I pray you're all doing well and having a great day. Depends on where you are all over the world, no matter what you are doing. Want to say hello to everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. And so today I am going to be talking about living a life of abundance and what that looks like, especially for divine feminine women, and why it's important. Okay. And so if you're watching me on YouTube, please do subscribe. And those who are watching me on Instagram, so good to see you all. Say hello as you come on in. And we are going to get started right away, because I am live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and having an amazing day. I pray that you're having an amazing day, no matter where you are, all over the world, no matter what you are doing today. I pray you're having an amazing time. Do say hello as you come on in. Do say hello as you come on in, just so I know that you can hear me and see me. Let me know. I will be able to see your comments come up, whether you're here on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. I'm super excited to be able to be with you all today. And so, as I said, we're going to be talking about abundant living, divine femininity, and prosperity. It's super important that we understand who we are. It is important that we understand what we've been born to. And it's important that you embody this every single day. So for those of you that are new to me and don't know who I am, my name is Rachel-Yvonne McIntosh, and I love to talk about embracing divine femininity, living a life of abundance, and really kind of knowing that every dream you have in your heart, you can see it happen in your life. So we talk a lot about manifestation, about abundant living, about relationships and marriage, and all the things that are, intertwined with that. And so as I'm speaking, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. Whether you're watching me on Instagram, whether you're on Facebook, or whether you're on YouTube, please feel free to go ahead and write your questions. I would love also, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Rachel-Yvonne on YouTube. And you can also follow me on Facebook. And of course, those of you on Instagram, you're already seeing this on Instagram Live. So I won't be saving it on Instagram. It will be saved over on YouTube on the channel. So for those who are watching, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm going to jump straight into it. Oh yeah, also, if anyone is in the Maryland area, I'm going to be preaching at Restoration Church tomorrow in Clinton, Maryland. The details are on my Facebook. They're also on my Instagram story. And so if you want to join me, come and be my guest there, then you see the details on my Instagram story and on my Facebook feed. You'll be able to see that information. All right. So I wanted to get all of that out of the way. And I got one more announcement that I want to make. And that is that I have streamlined all of my courses into one really simple page. And the link, I believe, is everywhere. You can find the link. And it's super easy to understand, and you'll be able to see what you'd like to do. We do have a challenge that's going to be starting soon, and I'm excited to be able to do that with you all, no matter where you might be. And so let me just talk for a little bit about this idea of divine femininity and why it's important. And especially for the gents that watch, this really does help, even gentlemen. It really kind of helps you to know about your woman more. It helps you to understand, for those of you who have daughters, and really kind of help enhance their journey. So it's, even though what I'm saying is geared a lot towards women, I know from the messages that I receive and from the emails that I receive that a lot of gentlemen are learning a lot of things as well. And this kind of helps with your marriages, as well as if you're raising daughters. And so when it comes to my own personal journey with divine femininity, what I've realized is that the more me I am, and the more that I embrace who I am as a woman, is the more that I'm beginning to see myself grow and ease into my femininity even more. And so as you progress in life, you'll begin to evolve, you grow, you change, you allow yourself permission to not know everything. So the first thing that I kind of want to kind of clear up is that we get to embrace a season or a perpetual growth journey. It's about evolving every single day. It's about realizing that I don't know it all. And I think sometimes we feel afraid to be someone who doesn't know it all because we feel like if we show people who we really are, that they won't like us anymore or that they'll be turned off or something like that. But actually, you will find that as you embrace authenticity, and in that, you don't know everything. Never be the type of woman who seems or appears to know everything, who never can learn a new thing, who cannot embrace the newness of a new challenge or observe something and things like that. And there is a very intrinsic, important connection between divine femininity and abundance. And the reality is that when it comes to learning to ease more into your femininity and being on your divine feminine journey, what you're doing is you are resting in your true identity. That's why you'll find that the more you embrace these terminologies and this lifestyle and this way of thinking, this way of living, you'll actually see that your life gets better. Another reason why your life will get better is because as you begin to affirm this as well. So I'm really big on affirmations. I am very careful about what I say. And I want to say this, that a belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking. A belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking. So you want to change your beliefs, change your thought pattern. You want to change your thoughts, start affirming something different. Like whatever it is that you want to see in your life, start to say it. Even when you feel like you don't fully have the belief. So, in our journey, we're always growing, we're always evolving. So you might not have arrived at your destination yet of the kind of woman you'd like to be. But as you're on that journey, if you start to affirm for something different, you start to begin to say things, your words are creative in power. And I think that the more that you understand this, oh, sorry, just wanted to check something. And I think that the more you understand how important it is for you to begin to embrace who you truly are, begin to really express what kind of woman you are, and really dive into your own authenticity, I think is probably the main word that I really want to leave with you all today, is this idea of being authentic. And for some of you, that's one of the things that you probably need to step more into, is to being more authentic, is allowing yourself permission. So here's a good affirmation that you could even use even now. I give myself permission to be myself. Like sometimes you are limiting the abundance that's available to your life because you are not truly being your fullest self. You are not truly allowing yourself to be the very best version of me. Sometimes you're afraid of that because you actually don't know what she looks like. You don't know what she sounds like. You don't know what your true thoughts are, your true emotions, your true desires. I talk about this a lot because I've realized that a lot of times we don't know what we want. We don't know what we want. And in one of the books that I always suggest that ladies read, especially for those ladies who are married or interested in getting married, Getting to I Do by Dr. Pat Allen is one of my, I guess my go-tos when it comes to all of these type of things. And one of the things that she says is, as a feminine woman, is understanding what you don't want. Some of you don't know what you don't want. And so when things happen or when situations arrive on your lap, you accept any and everything because you have not dived deep into what it is you desire and what is it about life you don't want. If you don't want certain things, then one of the first ways that you can move out of that is by affirming for what you actually want. When you start to do that, so as I said before, your beliefs are just thoughts that you keep on thinking. So if you want to change the action, change the belief, change the thought, change what you say. There's a direct correlation there. And I'm just making sure I'm staying attention to my notes, and I want to make this live nice and succinct, and I don't want to be on here too long either, because I want to celebrate a friend's birthday. And as I said, for those of you that are in the Maryland area, you can come and join me at Restoration Church, where I'll be speaking there tomorrow. But in any case, let's get back to what we're talking about today, about femininity and prosperity and living a life of abundance. I do have a challenge that's coming up. We're starting very soon, and it is Divine Femininity Embodiment Challenge. It is the Queen Bootcamp. And if you're interested in joining, the link is in my somewhere. It's in the bio. It's on the page somewhere. And I also put the link on Facebook as well. For those of you that are watching here and on YouTube, you'll be able to see the link in order to join. And you've got to understand that there's a ripple effect when you embody your feminine energy and being more of who you are called to be. There is a ripple effect that comes into all areas of your life. So if you want to start to see yourself living a life that is definitely much more in alignment with who you are, it's about embodying. And embodying just means becoming. I love using the word because it's like allowing it to be in your body, embodying it. So it's not just up here in your head, in your heart, in your mind, but it's actually, how do I live as this woman now? And so for those of you that have been following me, whether you've been following me for years or you've just arrived at this page by accident or someone sent you the link, you would have seen the transformation in me and the way that I show up, the way that I speak, the way that I present myself, the way that I am able to share and really live the life that I've always dreamt about. And one of the things about this is when you see the link between femininity and prosperity, one of those things is this idea of being unafraid, of being unashamed. Nowadays, I am less likely to really care about what the status quo is or what the general public is doing, because you have to be focused on your journey and your life and what it is that God's called you to do. And then that does leave you open for criticism. But you've got to understand that when you are countercultural, there are going to be people that don't agree with what you say, what you do, what you believe, and things like that. But you need to be less concerned about that and more concerned about, is this the life of my dreams? Is this the life that I was born to live? Is this me being here, doing this, living my life this way? Are these the things that I dreamt about? Or am I still in the hustle? Am I still in the stresses? Am I still in doing what everybody else thinks is right for my life, when ultimately none of that is bringing me joy? None of that is bringing me peace. And we've got to be aware of this, because that can be blocking the prosperity channels that are trying to come into your life. And that's why there is a direct link between divine femininity and prosperity. Because when we block those things, so the Bible says, I wish that you would prosper even as your soul prospers. So it's not just prosperity in terms of finances. It's not just prosperity in terms of material things or what you can gain, but it's also about who you are inside. And I have begun to find, because as I said at the beginning, one of the things that I think is really important is to not be a know-it-all. It's not to be the kind of woman that thinks that they've always arrived somewhere. You can both be becoming and be. Those two things can be true at the same time. And giving yourself permission or giving yourself grace for the journey will really bless you so much. As I said, there's this ripple effect when it comes to embodying feminine energy in all of your life. And it will show up in the way that you even show up in the home, when you are with your husband, when you are with your man, when you are with your children, when you are, if you are in the workplace, all those things, it starts to show up in all areas of your life, because when you are living authentically, you're able to share that with the world. That's why I don't believe in putting on hats. I don't put on a church hat and then I put on a pageant hat and then I put on family hat and then I put on being a wife hat. Like, I don't do those things. I think it's important that you are, of course, have boundaries. And there are different times when you have to maybe show up more of a particular way. But at the same time, I don't believe in being different people in different places. I believe in being the same Rachel, whether you meet me at church, whether you see me at Target down the road, whether you meet me on the beach, whether you see me at a bar, whether you see me at a pageant or see me at a concert. All of those things need to be in alignment. And I honestly think that that is, and this isn't even in my notes. I've got my notes here. And this, what I'm saying, isn't even in my notes. So I really feel like for someone watching, this is for you, that you need to hear this today. I even feel as though sometimes some of the mental health challenges we have are because of a lack of authenticity. When you are your authentic self, then you feel like you can show up to people in the way that you need to. And then if you need healing, you're able to open yourself up for healing, whether that's therapy, whether that's prayer, whether that's different kinds of different alternative medicine and things like that, whatever it might be. When you are not authentic, you are not able to show up that way. And then you open yourself up for some mental health challenges. And I'm just going to throw my hands up and share a little bit of my testimony that I've had to face mental health challenges. And it was mostly when a lot of the times it was due to me not showing up authentically. And I'm not saying that that's the answer to everything, because there's all sorts of reasons why we go through mental health challenges, life circumstances, etc. All those things. But there is a spiritual component of it where we have taken on the pressures that we were not supposed to take on. And this is what limits the prosperity channels that want to come to you. There's so much abundance and prosperity that could be yours. But oftentimes we limit those things in our lives because of so many things. And I will share with you a couple of those things in just a few moments. And so when you shift from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset, you will start to see the journey becomes a lot easier. So I said earlier that a belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking. And so if you want to change a belief, you change a thought. To change a thought, you change your words. You see how that works? So we have things we say, we have things we think, things we say, things we do, things we believe. There's this kind of like rippling effect as it relates to all of that. And I want you to get to a place where you have removed all forms of scarcity from your mind. When you understand that I was born for the abundant life, I was born to be abundant, I was born for the abundant life. Even by you saying that with me right now, I was born for the abundant life. Abundance is my birthright. And as you begin to say that, you should start to feel something shift in your body. I was born for abundance, and the abundant life is my birthright. I was born to be prosperous. I am prosperous. I live a prosperous life. Abundance is on its way to me now. There is no limit to the amount of abundance I'm able to receive in my life, and I receive it all now. I joyfully receive abundance now. Abundance is just who I am. My name is abundance. Abundance is on its way to me now. When you shift your thinking from scarcity to abundance, you will start to see abundance will start to increase in your life. And here's the thing. Sometimes it is connected to your self-worth. So it goes back again to this authenticity place. where we're beginning to see the link. And I hope what I'm saying is making sense. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or you want to you're agreeing with what I'm saying or whatever. I love to see some interaction going on in the comments. I'm not seeing any comments at the moment, so I'd love to see a little bit of interaction here with you all today. When you recognize your self-worth, and you need to know that it does have an impact on receiving abundance. All right, so we're going to end this. I'm going to have to start this live again in just a second. I will be back. Okay, no, everything's good. I will call them back in just a minute. Okay, so when you have low self-worth, it has an impact on your abundance. It has an impact on what you're able to receive. It has an impact on what you're able to carry. Because when you don't believe you're worthy of abundance, you start blocking abundance. And here's an example of that. An example of that is when, so maybe for the ladies, when a gentleman pays you a compliment, and you're like, oh no, I'm so ugly, or I'm so fat, or whatever you might say, or, because of your self-worth, of how you see yourself, you're limiting abundance into your life. You must see yourself as beautiful and see yourself as becoming and being. So even if you're on a weight loss journey, for example, or you're on a skincare journey, and certain things are blocking your self-confidence or lowering your self-confidence, don't let it lower your self-worth. You can still lack confidence and know that you have high self-worth. And so I want you to be able to manage that well. Because when you block yourself from receiving, then you will see that it will change how you show up in the world. How you show up in the world. So that's why no amount of weight loss or surgery can heal the inner work. And I'm 100% for all of it. I love aesthetics. I think you should do surgery, whatever. All those things are great. I'm so happy that we've evolved into that kind of world where you can do those things. However, if you don't fix the inner side, the inner work, if you don't do the inner work, you won't see the results that you want in your life, because it won't change you on the inside. And so make sure you're doing the inner work as well as doing the outer work, okay? Because you are blocking abundance. Hope what I'm saying is making sense to you today. And so here are a couple of things. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to be finishing in a few minutes. Some of the tools and exercises that help me to cultivate a prosperous mindset are some affirmations that I shared with you earlier about believing that I'm abundant, I'm able to receive abundance, and kind of walking in abundance. Those things have helped me, saying that I'm abundant and saying that I am an abundant woman. I live a life of prosperity. I'm always abundant. Abundance is mine. No matter what you're going through, I do not allow external circumstances to dictate internal prosperity or internal abundance. Okay? And I think that when we forget those things, that's where we sometimes can block our abundance. Okay? You can block abundance that's on its way to you. And what you're doing is, when you're like, oh, I'm not worthy of abundance, or I'm so bad with money, or, why is this happening to me? Blah, blah, blah. Fears, doubts, all those things, they get in the way of you receiving prosperity in your life. And even mindfulness. So even being aware of your thoughts. I talked about it earlier. I am very aware of what I say. And because I'm also aware of what I think. So any moment that, like, a thought that does not align with who God has called me to be comes in my mind, I quickly change it. I transform it as fast as possible, even when I might be going for some rough times. And these are the things that it could look like. Could look like eviction. It could look like a divorce. It could look like a miscarriage. It could look like a death in a family. It could look like losing money. Whatever those bad things are that you could experience, don't let those things change what you feel about yourself and what you know about yourself. And so you need to add things into your routine, which is why ladies that are watching, you need to join me for the Queen Bootcamp, where we are doing 21 days of feminine embodiment, becoming powerful, beautiful queens. And this will be one way that you can open up yourself for prosperity and abundance. It is called the Queen Bootcamp, and we're starting very soon. You're going to get a really great workbook. It's 21 days where I do 21 different exercises with you all. I do words, I do affirmations. It's very, very good. Those of you that have been in my short challenge containers, you'll know what it's like. And if you haven't been on one of my classes or in any of my courses, then come and join us. It's super low priced and it's for 21 days and it's called the Queen Bootcamp. So you should definitely join it. Join us. The links will be available for you. So please do join us. We are getting started soon. And everything I'm talking about today is going to be a part of that. What I'm talking about today are things that and tools that we are diving into inside of the Queen Bootcamp as well. So gratitude, mindfulness, having a high level of self-care and self-love, knowing that God has designed you for beauty, for abundance, will radically change your life. And I'm not saying this because it sounds good or because I want you to like what I'm saying. I'm saying these things because it actually works in my life. That when I start to practice, I cannot ask anyone to love me when I haven't loved myself well. I cannot invite anything into my heart when I haven't given that love myself first. Because the Bible says that we love God because he first loved us, because he shows us the love. The Bible also lets us know that love your neighbor as yourself. How can you love anyone if you don't love yourself well? That's why you'll find that when you're more confident, when you're feeling like yourself and you're feeling so abundant and whatever, luxurious, that you're able to treat people better as well. Because why? Because your soul is happy. And so different things like making sure you get enough sleep. I was telling someone at church last night that I need at least 8 hours of sleep, and 10 is really good. A really good day is when I get 10 hours sleep and I'm able to wake up without an alarm. That is one of my favorite kind of days. And that's for me, that's most days in my life where I don't have to wake up with an alarm, which is honestly a privilege that I get to live that life. But whatever small things that you can add to your schedule that help you to enhance the woman that you're being and both the woman that you are becoming. And you can do those things now. Another thing you could do is set intentions. So when you set intentions and affirmations, that helps you in embracing the abundant life. That helps you in receiving prosperity. And I shared with you a few of my affirmations earlier. And you can also use them in your life in order to see different things happen and in order to kind of really lean into those things in your life. All right. So I hope that this has been helpful to you and that you've enjoyed what I've shared today. And as I said, I am doing a 21-day challenge, which is called the Queen Bootcamp, where we are diving into the idea of femininity and prosperity, living an abundant life, and being open for receiving. It's for married women and single women, because we are talking about this idea of what does it look like to open up and to receive love into your heart. And a lot of my clients who are married do find that the practices and the things that I teach help them to be better in their marriage as well. So whether you're single or married, it doesn't matter. You should join us. It's 21 days and it's called the Queen Bootcamp. And if you're interested, the links will be available for you. They're either in my Instagram story or my Instagram bio. They're also going to be in the comments of this post, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. You can definitely see the link there and join us, because what have you got to lose? Honestly, like, what have you got to lose? When you choose yourself, every time you will win. Because when you understand that I am, like, I'm the common denominator in everything in my life. Why don't we understand this? That you're the common denominator in every marriage you've been in, every relationship you've been in, every circumstance, situation. The common denominator is you. And so when you fix you, you will start to see what you're able to receive becomes more beautiful and more glorious. And so I hope everybody's doing well. And I'm going to say bye right now because I need to go and meet some friends. But I pray that you're having an amazing day. And whatever you're doing, I just really want to see you live a life of abundance and prosperity. And you can do it now. God bless everyone. And I will see you again soon.